Hey everybody, back with another card here for the April card class, and I forgot to mention, but I did post all of the PDFs already in the group and some photos as well, so those are there for you to access. And let's get started with the fun fold. So I just really loved this one. I actually made 4 different samples because I had so much fun with this fold, because I love it when you can see both sides of the designer paper, because Stampin' Up! Papers are always so pretty, and you hate to cover up one side. So this way you get to see both sides. And I'm using the Fancy Flora paper for this one, and the stamp set is the Something Fancy bundle. So it has some nice sentiments and also some really cool label dies that go with it. So I used, let's see, 2 of the different labels on this one and this one. I used 2 of the different labels, and I love this sentiment too. I didn't forget your birthday, I'm just stretching out the celebration. Yeah, it doesn't that happen a lot. And I have a fun way, kind of a new way to attach the ribbon too. So we'll get started on this one. Oh, and these 2 are ones I made with the Sentimental Park, Regency Park designer paper, which we'll be using for the 3rd class, but I thought it would be fun to use that bundle as well and show off both sides of that paper. And then I added some flowers too from that bundle. That's sweet. All right, so we're gonna do this one here. And if you have the kit, you have your piece of designer series paper, and it's already scored and folded. So decide which one you want on the inside and which one on the outside. Let's see, I think I'm gonna do mine like this. I think that would be nice. Or I could do it like this, and that would be nice too. Anyhow, the large flap, yeah, let's do it like this. The large flap is gonna go on the front, and then the small flap is gonna tuck around the back of this piece. So that's how that works. And this is just a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. But before you put it together, I want everybody, I came up with this little trick. When I saw this done by another demonstrator, she had a couple of little strips of cardstock here. She had 2 strips, but I thought, when you put this card together, it's almost too big, because when you fold it around, a little bit sticks out. So why not just take that and cut off a tiny little bit? And I'm thinking maybe an 1/8 of an inch. Just cut that off. And that'll be the little strip that goes on the front. So you don't need any additional cardstock. So if you have one of my kits, you'll want to cut that. Or if you have just a 1/4 sheet of cardstock, go ahead and just cut a tiny little bit off of that. And then when you put the card together, do you see how it goes? That's going to be the front, and then this tucks around the back for the back. Now, because we cut off that little bit, we might have a little bit of a gap there. So when you glue it together, you want to make sure that the part that joins together is together. And so I will have probably a little bit of gap there that's covered up when I put that together. But that gives me that extra little piece, and then I don't have to trim it off once it's together. All right, so all that hopefully is clear as mud, and we'll just get that first panel glued on like that across the top. And this paper is really cool because she actually painted with I believe it was oils on regular canvas, and she made actual pictures with paints and canvas and paintbrushes, and then they were photographed and then computer enhanced to make sure the colors were good to match our Stampin' Up! Colors. I can just put a little bit of glue there, or I might even put sticky strip, because I have it handy for the next card. We're going to be using a bunch of sticky strip on the next card, and then I don't have to worry about it shifting around a little bit. So that fits nicely right down that little panel there. The only hard part about sticky strip is getting that first little bit to come off. So you want to make sure it's down nice and tight. Okay, so here's the part where I want to make sure my card is tight against the other side. And so everything is nice and even, so when I put that down, it fits perfectly and goes together nicely. So there is my card. It's all together now, and I just need to decorate. So now if I can find the little strip, and hopefully I didn't lose it. Where did I put it? Under my bone folder. Okay, well, just dab just a tiny little dots of glue there and put that little strip across. And that really just, I like when I have two pieces that are adjoining to put something in between, something small like that. It just makes it, gives it a finished edge. So there's that. There's my inside. Oh, I did stamp on the inside of mine, so let me grab, let's see, my stamps here. I have a happy birthday for the inside, so this time I'm going to make sure my happy birthday is straight on my grid paper. It looks like it's a little bit crooked, so when looks like it's going down a little bit, so I'm going to kind of stamp it going up a little bit, and then I got it straight. Okay, so happy birthday's on the inside, and then for the outside I've got my label here, and it's going to get that cute little birthday sentiment. And I'm sure I'm going to be probably using this card soon. Oh, I wonder if I didn't get the right size as the other one. Hopefully that will still fit. Yeah, it looks like it did still fit. I didn't forget your birthday. All right, and now here's the fun little trick that I figured out to do the ribbon, and it's nice and flat when it nails, because I did not actually tie a bow. What I did, and I showed it in the handout, which, yeah, here's my handout. I showed how to do it. I just kind of looped it into a bow shape and then put a piece of tear and tape across the back. And I've done this before with dimensionals, but it's a whole lot easier with tear and tape, because it just holds the shape a little better. Okay, and now I'm trying to remember how I did this. Yeah, you're just basically tying a bow, but not tying it. You're just looping it back and forth into a bow shape. So, of course, I'll fumble fingers today. And probably the easiest way to do it is just kind of do it in thirds like that, and then just kind of pull it apart a little bit so it looks like a bow. All right, so that's going to go, I'm going to make it go up and down, because that's really easy that way. And I'll just put a piece of sticky strip right across, and that holds it really nicely. And then I can peel that off, and it'll go right down onto the card. Easy peasy, and don't have to worry about any big bulky bows or gaps. And this is the pool party ribbon, which goes nicely with this paper. So yay! So a really fun fold that you can try with any paper. It works great. Anything that has the front and the back that go nicely together, and then you get to see both sides of it. So that's it for the fun fold, and I will be back in just a minute with our final Technic card. Happy crafting!